earlier. So what is client account? A client account is actually defined by Rule 49 Act 242, a special account used by the firm to handle money that belongs to the client. Alright, so let's see the purpose of client account. The first thing is, they separate client money from the firm's owned, which is stated by Rule 52 in Act 242. It is said that payment of other types of money into client's account is forbidden. Hence, this segregation ensures that the client's money is not mixed with the firm's finances. By doing this, the firm cannot use the client's money for personal expenses. The second one is, it prevents the misuse of client fund. As you can see, in Rule 53, no money may be drawn from the client's account unless for exceptional reasons. So, by keeping the money in a separate account, it's easier to track on how the money is spent. Firms can only use the fund for things like legal fees or court charges as agreed with the client. The third thing is, they build trust and show that the firm is acting in the best interest of the client. As of Rule 56, any registered firm that maintains a client's account in the form of deposit account shall account to such client for the interest earned by such account. Okay, law words is very it explains that actually the interest will grow from the client's account if they keep for so long. So when the firm gives the client the interest that is should be obtained, so trust is given, trust is earned, and this helps the client financially show that the firm is responsibly managing their money.
This part, I'll be presenting the key roles and responsibilities of different real estate professionals. This includes registered valuer, registered appraisers, broker, real estate agent, and real estate negotiator. So let's break down their roles and differences for a clearer understanding. First and foremost, let's start with the registered valuer. A registered valuer is responsible for determining the value of properties, often for financial, legal, or business purposes. They require specific qualifications such as passing professional exams, gaining practical experience, and fulfilling the requirements that's under Section 18 of Act 242. They conduct full-scale property valuations and play a significant role in the property market. Next, we have the registered appraiser. Appraisers provide property valuations, but for specific and smaller purposes, such as rental assessment. Their work is limited in scope compared to registered valuers. And the appraisers must fulfill moral character requirements and obtain the relevant qualification to practice as outlined in Act 242. Now let's move on to the brokers. Brokers act as a middleman between buyers and sellers in property transaction. They negotiate deals and facilitate smooth transactions for their clients. While brokers may not always be licensed professionals, they play a critical role in managing negotiation and ensuring both parties reach a final agreement. And then, now we have the real estate agents. The real estate agents are licensed professionals who assist in buying, selling, and renting properties. To qualify, they must pass the REA exams, undergo practical training, and obtain the proper license. Their role includes managing client relationships, leasing, and property management. And last but not least, we have the real estate negotiator. Negotiators work under the supervision of a registered real estate agent. They assist in property sales and rentals, that coordinate deals and support clients throughout the negotiations. Unlike agents, negotiators don't require a formal license, but they must hold a REN certification to operate legally. To summarize, these professionals play different but interconnected roles in real estate industry. Registered valuers and appraisers focus on valuations. Brokers focus on facilitate deals. Real estate agents provide license service, and the negotiators assist agents in managing transactions. Now, I will discuss the importance of ethics and professional conduct in the valuation and appraisal industry. The action taken by evaluators, appraisers, and estate agents board against misconduct and examples of common ethical violations. First of all, why ethics matter in valuation? Valuers and appraisers play a critical role in providing accurate property assessments. The misconduct in this profession can damage credibility, mislead clients, and lead to financial or legal consequences. The VEAB enforce strict measures to uphold professional integrity and protect stakeholders. Now let's talk about the action that can be taken against misconduct. First, is issuance of warning notice. For minor violations, professionals receive warning as preventive measure. This encourages self-correction and prevents escalations. Next, temporary license suspensions. It is used for repeated or deliberate unethical actions. Suspensions provide times for professionals to rectify their behavior. Third is revocation of license. Severe penalties for gross misconduct such as fraud or bribery. It is to ensure unfit professionals are removed to protect the industry's credibility. The fourth, next one is financial penalties. Fines serve as a deterrent and may compensate for damage that are caused. The fourth point is mandatory training or re-educations. It helps the professionals to enhance their skill and correct the deficiencies. Besides legal proceedings, it is for the criminal activities such as frauds, which are the cases that are escalated to legal authorities. And last but not least, public reporting. It is to the disclosure of sanctions, reinforce accountability and public trust. Now let's move on to the examples of the misconducts. First of all, conflict of interest. It is mean that it's favoring one party over impartial judgment. For example, a valuer inflates property values to secure a larger mortgage. Next is negligence. It is a failure to conduct thorough the research or inspections. For example, missing structural defects that can lead to false valuations. Third point is fraudulent. It is a representation which deliberate provisions of false information. Let's take as example, which is manipulating appraisals to help clients evade taxes. Fourth is non-compliance with standards. It is for ignoring professional codes like USPIP or VAB guidelines. For examples, producing bias reports favoring the clients, and some of it is a breach of confidentiality. It is the unauthorized sharing of clients' information, which is disclosing property details without the client's consent. And last but not least is lack of sufficient skills, which failing to update the professional knowledge and methods. We can take as an example was using outdated techniques resulting in inaccurate valuations. These ethical violations in valuation undermine trust and credibility. The VEAB's measures ranging from warnings to legal actions to ensure accountability, upholding professional integrity, safeguards clients, stakeholders, and the industries. These are the steps involved in addressing professional misconduct in the valuation and appraisal industry, such as managed by valuers, appraisers, and estate agent board. The first step is filing a complaint. The complaint must be submitted in writing to the board. Complaints can come from clients, financial institutions, government authorities, other stakeholders. Complaints should outline concerns and evidence of professional misconduct. The second step is preliminary investigation. Once a complaint is received, the board conducts an initial review, which to assess whether the case warrants disciplinary action. The investigators will collect relevant documents and records. It is consist of witness statements and other supporting evidence. Third step is issuance of show of, which also known as cause notice. If misconduct appears to have merit, a show cause notice is sent to the accused professional. This notice outlines the alleged misconduct. The accused is given a specific time frame to respond and defend their actions. Fourth step it is reviewed by the disciplinary committee. Cases with substantial evidence proceed to the disciplinary committee for formal investigation. The committee will review all evidence, interview the complainant and accused, and determines whether misconduct occurred. Fifth step is decision and judgment. After the review, the disciplinary committee makes its ruling. The possible outcomes is dismissal of the complaint if there are no wrongdoing is found. However, issuance of warning will be done for minor infraction. Suspension or revocation of license is for the serious or repeated violations. And financial penalties to compensate for damages or losses that is caused by the misconduct. And the next step that will be taken is appeal the process. If dissatisfied with the decision, the accused may appeal. The appeal can be done to a higher authority within the board or throughout legal channels in court. The appeal process ensures fairness and transparency. And last but not least, enforcement of decision. The board ensures compliance with the disciplinary action. Severe cases may make public to inform the stakeholder, deter the future misconduct. Enforcement strengthen the professional accountability and trust in the industry. As a conclusion, the disciplinary process protects the integrity of the valuations and appraisal professions. Each step from a filing complaint to the enforcement ensure fairness, accountability, and ethical behavior. By upholding these standards, the board ensures the industry serves its stakeholder with trust and professionalism.
PII Professional Indemnity Insurance for each registered valuation firm in Malaysia. PII is an essential safety measure. It shields them from client claim for monetary losses or damages brought on by error in intention or carelessness in their expert jobs. Uh, PII providing coverage for lawsuit resulting from carelessness, mistake, or violation of professional obligation. Professional reputation among customer and legislators is also improved by professional indemnity insurance. Last, professional indemnity insurance is an indispensable tool for managing risk and safeguarding the financial and professional integrity of those in advisory roles, including registered appraisers. Importance of professional indemnity insurance. First, it defend against legal action and charges. Professional indemnity insurance is essential for valuation firms, offering vital protection against claim and lawsuit that could pose a significant financial threat. It provides coverage for allegation of financial loss or damage caused by the firm's professional service, whether these claims arise from clients, third parties, or regulatory bodies. Second, maintain the firm's brands. Professional identity insurance is crucial for safeguarding the reputation of a valuation firm, which is a key asset in the competitive real estate and valuation industry. A strong reputation built on reliability, precision, and trust is vital for maintaining client relationship and market standing. Last, preserving customer confidence. Professional indemnity insurance (PII) is key to ensuring client that a valuation firm is prepared to address any errors, negligence, or inaccuracies in its appraisal report or consulting services. By implementing PII, the firm demonstrates its commitment to ethical standards and the protection of client interests. Example on losses covered by professional indemnity insurance. First, inaccurate valuation report. In the case a valuation firm miscalculate future rental income forecast, resulting in an inaccurate valuation for a residential development project. This report was used by the financial institution to authorize the developer's finance. The bank suffered financial losses and filed a lawsuit against the valuation firm when the project actual value was far less than estimated. The settlement expenses were covered by the firm's PII. Second, carelessness in determining value. Imagine a situation in which the market value of an industrial property was determined by a registered valuation firm. The property's market value decreased considerably, since the value overlooked the existence of serious damage to the environment. The client paid an excessive sum for the property based on the initial value report. Following the discovery of the contaminant problem, the customer sued the valuation firm for negligence and demands damage for the material losses sustained. Third, breaking privacy. In the valuation sector, professional indemnity insurance can cover a substantial loss resulting from a violation of confidentiality. For example, a customer hires a valuation firm to deliver a secret valuation report, but the firm does not protect the information confidentially and allow the report to be shared with a third party.